Let's move on to Sunday's action. We'll start across the pond in London with Panthers, Buccaneers. Donnie, this Panthers, Buccaneers spot, I was like, what am I missing here? Watching it go from the Buccaneers -1 to Carolina -2 is surprising to me. Total goes from 46 to 48. I do not want the over in England. Kyle Allen has this offense humming. The only thing about this game that scares me, if I was to make a move on the Buccaneers, is can they stop the run? They haven't seemed to be able to since week 1. Can they stop McCaffrey? Do you agree with this market move from the Panthers to the Buccaneers, Donnie? And what do you think of this total at 48?
I mean, I guess I tend to agree with him. I mean, last week when you take a look at the Buccaneers going in, a lot of people thought they had a really good chance to win that game outright, and why not? You know, Teddy Bridgewater hadn't been playing that well. He finally steps out and plays well, and it's no harm that you go into the Superdome and take a loss in that game. But now you go overseas. It's that neutral site type conditions. I actually like the way that Tampa Bay is playing. Tampa Bay is running the ball very well on offense. They have some competent players, obviously, on the outside, and as long as you get some good quarterback play out of Jameis Winston, you can hang around. But the one thing I keep finding, it's amazing, because we're going to talk about another young quarterback, and the way Carolina is setting up Kyle Allen to be successful and really leaning on the running game. And when you're leaning on a running game like McCaffrey, I mean, they even got backup running backs, Jimmy Buston, 70-yard runs last week to try to put that game away versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I really like what's going on. The one thing that was a little bit shocking is Jacksonville was able to really get off on Carolina's defense passing the football, which they haven't allowed. I think Carolina's defense, I trust more than Tampa Bay's defense. I actually think I trust Carolina's offense the way it's operating now even more than Tampa Bay's offense. I agree with the market move, but it's one of those games, Jimmy, you're going cross seas, laying points. It's a tough one for me to try to get involved in.
It's a tricky one when you cross the pond. Marcus Sebastian is absolutely right asking this question. All he says is one of them already in England. What we've seen is whoever gets there first is winning this game. Is that too simple, Donnie? Or do you know if either team is over there yet?
I actually do not know. I don't know if they've flown over. I would assume they haven't, because usually we would be already hearing about this and getting involved. But you're right about it. Teams that get their first settled in, adjust their body clocks, and seem to be playing some pretty good football over there.
They do. They do. And shout out to Whale Capper with the Raiders on the +201 money line. Torino says, I'd lean Carolina. Tampa defense is garbage. They made Daniel Jones look like Dan Marino. There is truth to that. Is Tampa's defense garbage, Donnie RightSide?
I don't think it's garbage. I think it has a pretty talented front seven. You leave a little bit desired in the back end. But then again, you're not going against – I mean, again, Bridgewater was fantastic last week, and they have a lot more weapons on offense to me, and a lot better offensive line, a lot better play caller than what we're going to see from Tampa Bay this week. So it's a tough one to go over. I think Carolina went man for man in this game. Who I trust more? I think I trust Carolina a little bit more than Tampa in this one.